Wow, it's another NFL Sunday.
Dun,
It's the
dun,
New
dun,
Orleans
dun.
Saints. The New Orleans Saints. They play the Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds today. This one's about to get a little crazy out there because we don't like them Atlanta Falcons. You know how we feel about them out there, Dad.
I
It's
do the
good to
dirty bird. I
have
do
you
the
out
dirty bird. I do the dirty bird.
in the chat, Dad. How are we feeling today so far?
I'm out here in Texas by your uncle.
Yeah, okay. You outside, huh?
Yeah, I'm outside. I might go back inside because it's chilly.
got his brewski and everything. That's all I'm talking about, man. All right. Well, before we get started on everything, I do want to go ahead and make sure and let everybody know the link is in the chat right there. If you want to go ahead and hop on in, you click the link right there for you. This is the Battle Sports Show podcast in the D South. I'm EJ504. That is my dad right there, Everett 504. We are bringing you another game day coverage here for the New Orleans Saints, as we always do on here, whether it's a win or a loss. There will be no post game show today after the game, and it's just going to be pregame today. And also, as well, to kind of get started, I want to kind of read off some of these inactives today, who's going to be playing and who's not going to be playing. As far as inactives, though, go for the Saints, Talisi Fuaga will be out today. He is inactive. We got Hugo Amadi. He's going to be out. He is inactive. We got Rajon Wright. He's going to be out, inactive today. Aldrich Esteem, he's going to be out as well. Jonathan Ridgeway, he's going to be out. And Christian Boyd is still inactive. He is going to be out as well. Also in the group chat, I also see Jerry in the chat. I see you in the background, man. Good to see you. He said, game day, Dirty Birds are going down today. Yes, sir. We need a big win today. And then we also got Bronze in the chat as well. He says, Wazam, who that, baby? It's always good to have you in the chat, Bronze, as well. So I got a good feeling. I got a really, really good feeling about this game today. That I don't know about you. Tyler Shuck, he had a really good game the last time we seen him against the Carolina Panthers. It was a rivalry game, a divisional matchup. He went over there in Carolina, handled business, and then we went into a bye week. Usually in bye weeks, sometimes teams get a good break out of it. Sometimes teams use the bye week to go ahead and train and get better at a lot of things that they weren't able to go ahead and fit in while playing games during the week. So I'm really looking at the Saints right now. What is their energy when they come on out this week? I mean, well, this game day, against the Falcons. I'm really hoping that they prepared really well. You come off a bye week, sometimes you can come out flat, and the games can go ahead and you can have a really slow start. Hopefully, that's not what we see today. Hopefully, with playing the Falcons today, we haven't played the Falcons all year, so this is the first matchup, and we're at home. So I'm hoping the Saints come out with some renewed energy, and some fire under them. Really, honestly. Also, too, I want to kind of bring up as well. Brandon Cooks, he officially got released either yesterday or early this morning. He is now officially not a New Orleans Saint anymore. I just want to shout out Brandon Cooks. We appreciate everything he's done for the New Orleans Saints, wearing the black and gold and everything. But honestly, I think this benefits both sides. I think the New Orleans Saints, they know they're rebuilding. This is not a win now football team. And for Brandon Cooks as well, he gets a chance to go ahead and try to hop on somebody's team that's winning right now. So I think there's no bad move in that. Let him walk. This gives more opportunity to Devon Vele, Mason Tipton. Kevin Austin comes off the bench. He was all on the practice squad the entire season, so he gets to come on out. And then we got Jalen Polk, who we'll see next season. So a lot of these guys that you have not seen get reps, they're going to go ahead and start getting the football now. And of course, Chris Olave is going to demand a lot of the ball as well. So, Dad, with all that being said, how are we feeling today about playing the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, going into the game?
Well, there's a lot of things that I want to see in this game, and what I'm looking at is, um, I want to see more of Tyler Shuck. Basically after having a good game the way he had, I want to see how he's able to duplicate. Not pretty much. I don't want to see a 300-yard performance. I just want to see him to be able to duplicate some of the great things that I've seen. Avoid turnovers, avoiding sacks. I want to see his progression. I would like to see the Saints go out there and run the ball more to not put too much pressure on him. I think the Saints, because you're playing Atlanta Falcons team who suffers against the run. Their strength. Atlanta's strength is the pass rush. So Atlanta has drafted two guys that are very good against the pass and who can get after the passes. But their issue is against the run. They're undersized by them being undersized. So I think if the Saints can find a way to get Alvin Kamara involved early in this ball game
Right.
and get the running game involved and get Taysom Hill involved, it takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. I think that's what would be my thing with this game. Evaluating Tyler Shuck, like, don't want to see Tyler Shuck go out there and trying to win it by himself and do stuff like
Right.
real. Yeah, I like to see him to build off what he did last week.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to put all the pressure on your rookie quarterback and sit there and make this all about him and because this is a team football game, number one, and you want to see the team improve week by week. And I think, like I said, Tyler Shuck had a great game against Carolina. What you just want to see right now is you just want to see growth. Continuously grow. Don't regress. Continuously to do the same things you were doing at Carolina, and then and take it up a little bit more now that you're at home and you're playing a division rival. And not to say that's going to be easy, by any means, but that's the things you're looking for as a Saints fan. You're watching Tyler Shuck's development. How is he looking? Is he looking better? Than the week before. So I'm excited to see him for another week after the way he played, and this is a big opportunity for him, but also for the New Orleans Saints as a football team. I think Kellen Moore, this is another building moment, a culture building moment for this football team. This is the first time he gets to go ahead and be a part of this rivalry against the Atlanta Falcons today. So this is big for him. To go ahead and instill that culture, to go ahead and really get this team on the right path and try to go ahead and start with a win. So
And another thing I like to see is how Kellen Moore. Okay, we talked about the quarterback, we talked about the offense, we talked about the progression. I want to see Kellen Moore play calling become, as you see the young quarterback progressing and doing well. I would like to see more out of Kellen Moore. I would like to see him be more aggressive down
yeah,
the field. I like to see him open up the playbook. I would like to see him, like I said, dial the runs that he did in Philadelphia last year to make Saquon Barkley the guy. I would like to see him use some of the positives that he did last week by the spring, the screen pass that he did. Not don't do it just once, do it multiple. Give a little bit more of the screen because it was
yeah,
effective. It was effective in that game against Carolina when the pressure came. In a game like this where Atlanta is very aggressive with their defensive ends, the
yeah.
screen game can be very effective in this game.
I agree. I think Kellen definitely needs to open up the playbook a little bit more now, and I feel like he's going to. I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to ease, whatever quarterback that he started this season, whether it was Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck. I think he's easing the pressure on them and not throwing everything at them at one time. So the more that he sees and that Tyler Shuck can prove that he can do some of these things, the more he's gonna let him cut it loose out there. So I expect to see more things being opened up for him for Tyler, big time. I really think, like I said, him playing well against Carolina, that showed Kellen, all right, now I can let you do a little bit more. I'm gonna show you a little bit more, and I feel like the entire season, Kellen hasn't really showed his entire hand. For rightfully so. This football team is just not where he needs it to be quite yet. So we'll see. We'll definitely see more. We'll definitely see what he got in his bag of tricks for sure. Also, too, on the Falcon side of things, Michael Penix, he is out for the season for the Atlanta
What a
Falcons.
blow! What a blow!
That is a
What a
big
blow! And
blow
I
for
don't
them.
wish that on anybody, but I'm not feeling sorry for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm definitely not feeling sorry for them.
Yeah,
Nobody felt sorry for the New Orleans Saints with all of the multiple injuries that we have had the last 2 years. The Saints have been decimated with multiple injuries. It's a part of football. I
right.
learned last year. I learned last year that the saga that we had with Derek Carr being injured, multiple games, all of our wide receivers being out, is that nobody is going to feel sorry about the New Orleans Saints in a situation. And as far as the Atlanta Falcons go, I'm not feeling sorry for them. They are, at the end of the day, this is a divisional rival. I'm sorry for the young man and him, okay, but I'm not sorry for the Atlanta Falcons. I was telling people before when they were concerned about us drafting, when they were concerned about us drafting Tyler Shuck, and it was saying that Tyler Shuck is an older guy and saying that Tyler Shuck is injury prone, and they didn't understand that Tyler Shuck injuries was not detrimental injuries. It was broken. He had a broken collarbone. He had a broken leg. He didn't have something as a level as ACL. See what so you had an older quarterback like Michael Penix who came out. Could you mute your mic? So when you had an older quarterback. I mean, an older quarterback like Michael Penix, similar to what Tyler Shuck is. The difference was when he came out of the University of Washington, he had ACL, two ACL tears, and unfortunately, this is the third ACL tear. When you tell your ACL, it's more likely to happen again, and that's the unfortunate thing. So when people were saying we got the injured quarterback, that we got this, and I really think that with the Saints with Tyler Shuck, it's more of broken. Come you break a bone, it heals faster. But an
Right.
ACL tear, man, that might be almost your career.
Yeah. 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 That not only twice. He had those injuries twice coming out of college, and a lot of draft experts. I mean, when I say experts, I mean quote unquote experts. That was some of the things that they were talking about with Michael Penix was the injury history of two ACL injuries on the same knee, and then now he's here in the NFL. He had a decent rookie season, and now here in his second year, you hate to hear it's his third time ACL injury on that same knee. This is not the opposite knee. This is the same knee. Uh, three times.
Well,
That's
you
that's
remember EJ, you remember this, okay? That's why the Atlanta Falcons run the pistol. And
yeah,
they run it out as a shotgun. If you notice, they don't utilize him underneath the center because his knees been hampering him. They
yeah,
done inside reports. I kind of like I was watching Atlanta channels and it was talking about how the offensive coordinator for Atlanta they can't rely on him under the center because it brings stress to his knees.
yeah,
That is kind of bad. If you
yeah,
can't go under the center, man, that's really not good for Atlanta future.
yeah,
Okay, so you using the shotgun to not get him the call, and they running a pistol, and we'll talk about guard. We'll talk about the Cousins in a few seconds. But what you think about that, EJ?
Yeah, man, that's huge. Like I said, for Atlanta, to be losing their starting quarterback, their future really that early, in his career like that. You never wish anything bad on anybody. I don't care if he is an Atlanta Falcon right now. That kid definitely has talent, and I think he's gonna be he's really good. I honestly do. I just think he's on the wrong football team. But you hate to hear that. Hopefully things work out for him and he battles back again. But man, as an Atlanta Falcon fan, you just got to be afraid for your future because man, this is not where you want to be in. And thank goodness they didn't get rid of Kirk Cousins, huh? Because if they got rid of Kirk and they traded him after giving him all that money that they invested to him, man, they wouldn't be having a quarterback at all right now. Like they would be having a no-name guy, as their backup, trying to go out there and play today. But thankfully, I guess they got Kirk Cousins. That Captain Kirk is going to be somebody we got to go ahead and face and worry about today for that Saints defense. Also, too, a key injury that happened as well for Atlanta. Drake London, their number one guy, their number one receiver, he had an ankle injury coming off of their last football game, and he's not going to be playing in this game today. So lots of key injuries for Atlanta. Now for them to come on in here in this dome is going to be a monumental feat. But at the same time, too, it's still Atlanta. They're going to play their ass off because you know why? They're playing the New Orleans Saints today, and they want to beat the New Orleans Saints. The Atlanta Hawks, they went ahead and they beat the Pelicans last night. You saw the Atlanta Falcon fans and the Atlanta Hawk fans. They were all in New Orleans on Canal, on Bourbon Street. It was doing the second line and everything down the street. So they're trying to take over New Orleans and everything. Hopefully the Saints can come on in here and avoid that today. The Pelicans didn't hold their end of the bargain last night. So hopefully we can see the Saints go ahead and hold their end of the bargain for sure as well. But I will say this. Now that Drake and Michael Penix is not going to be a factor in this game, the Saints have to worry about Bijan Robinson, and Bijan has been a problem all season long for the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints are going to have to go ahead and beef up that defensive line. Chase Young, Cameron Jordan, Brian Brzee, everybody on that damn defensive line, you better get ready to work today. And also Danny Stuntsman, Demario Davis, Pete Werner. I need to see all of you guys, ready to go ahead and tackle Bijan Robinson, because when he has the ball and has open space, that man is a problem. So that is going to be something that I'm really looking at on the defensive side of the football for the New Orleans Saints. And then offensively, we're going against a top tier corner in AJ Terrell, and we're also going against Jesse Bates. So these are guys that, hey, the Tyler Shuck is going to have to worry about in the passing game. And then they had their rookie Pierce on that defensive line. So the Saints are going to have to go ahead and still break it. This is not no easy win by no means at all. But I'm sure y'all, this is gonna be a really good game coming up at y'all. Also, I got Master Davis, my good buddy, my best friend in the chat right here. If y'all don't know, we went to college together at Belhaven University. That's my dog. He's actually a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I still love my dog. He knows what he's talking about when it comes down to these sports, man. He actually coaches over there with the Millsaps Majors out there, if y'all don't know that as well. So if you don't know if
He's a slacker. He's a slacker.
If y'all don't know, he know what he talking about, y'all.
He's a slacker. Philly. I want to tell you about your Philadelphia Eagles. They're not scary this year. I think since Kellen Moore left, y'all lost your identity. Okay, I know you're gonna get mad for me saying this, but your identity, what Kellen Moore was doing for y'all, you can obviously see y'all not the same football team like last year. Okay, the new offensive coordinator is not doing what Kellen was doing with Saquon Barkley. Do you agree?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a first time offensive coordinator. This is not experienced offensive coordinator. This is a guy that was in our system, wanted to finally get his shot. He got his shot. It's a rookie offensive coordinator. He's not expected to be just like Kellen Moore, who's a 9-year experienced offensive coordinator who's been to multiple teams.
Are you making excuses?
But
Because he's
I have a
frustrating.
question. Hold on,
He's frustrating your talent.
hold
He's
on, hold on, hold on,
frustrating
hold
your
on, hold
talent.
on,
They
hold on,
want to
hold on.
leave. These guys don't want to be there. You got listen.
Look,
We're
listen.
gonna
I'm
get
not
we're gonna
about to
get your
go
wide
there.
receiver, man.
Listen. Let me finish because you say excuses. I say reasonable statements. You say excuses. I say reasonable statements because that's actual fact. How is it an excuse if it's a fact? You
Well,
get
you
what I'm
get
saying?
fired. You get fired in 1 year. You do
It's
know that,
not.
right?
Well, we're
It's
new
a
every
fact that
year
if you
though.
don't
Like,
produce,
all
you
right,
get
understand this.
fired. The Philly
When
ain't got
has
time to be
Philadelphia
waiting.
Eagles?
Philly ain't got time to be waiting for him to develop.
Wait a minute, I got a
Philly
question.
is
I got a question. When has Philadelphia Eagles had a back-to-back offensive coordinator? We have always looked different each year of Jalen Hurts' campaign. So what are you talking about, sir?
but this
We was
guy
not leading in the league
but
in rushing yards
this
2 years
guy is
ago.
not Kellen Moore. This guy
It's
ain't
not
the
about
guy
Kellen
before
Moore though.
Kellen Moore.
It's not about Kellen
This
Moore.
guy ain't even Nick Sirianni. You heard me?
That's
So
fine.
but
But
the whole point I'm making to you,
what are you trying to make?
the whole point is we're gonna get your AJ Brown from y'all. He don't want to play for y'all. We will get AJ
yo.
Brown next year.
Look. How about this? How about this?
I mean, that's the
You can
reality,
beg
and
on
that's
your
a fact.
knees. You can keep scrapping on your knees. You can do all you can plead. I don't care. Y'all have not even. I'm not for the look. Whatever makes y'all better because y'all have not seen a playoff a P in y'all freaking season in the past 5 years. So I don't care what y'all do.
Well, we
We're
don't
defending national champ.
hold up.
At the
Don't
end of
jump
the day,
on
as
your
long
high
as we
horse.
still
Don't
win,
jump
as
on
long
your
as we
high
still
horse.
win,
Hold up now. I understand you've been doing good for the last couple of years, but let me tell you something about the
a couple of years.
Evan
You mean
flow.
5 years?
Hold up now. Let me tell
Okay.
you the ebb
Okay.
and flow of the NFL.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
When it comes down to the New Orleans Saints, you didn't have a Hall of Fame a quarterback that was the effect of having a Hall of Fame quarterback retire like the New Orleans Saints did. The Saints
So
were
Donovan
bound.
McNabb is not a good quarterback?
Listen, the Saints were bound to go into a down trade. They were bound to happen. Every great quarterback, it took Miami Dolphins years before they found them a quarterback. We see what happened with Indianapolis after Peyton Manning, and then they finally got luck and they finally start to go in the right direction. We see multiple teams that did not recover from a Hall of Fame quarterback. So I understand what you're talking, but the Saints were winning for many years before they went into a time where we were over in salary cap hell. You're
I,
going to eventually be
I
the
hear you.
Saints.
I hear
You're
you.
going to eventually be the
I hear you.
Saints.
I hear you.
You're going to eventually go
I
there.
got a
It's
question.
gonna
I got a question. I got a question.
eventually
I
your
got a
team is
question
going
though.
to
I got
go
a
down
question
on
for
a
you. Is
downtrend.
Donovan McNabb not a future Hall of Famer?
Oh, well,
I got a legit question. That's a legit
I,
question.
I
So
don't
is
know.
Donovan McNabb is not a legit?
I don't
So
agree.
when we went from Donovan McNabb,
I
hold on,
don't
let
think
me
he's
finish.
a Hall of
So we
Famer.
went from Donovan McNabb.
I don't think Donovan is a Hall of Famer.
What?
I don't. And I legitimately tell you,
Man, all right, we're gonna move
Donovan
forward.
McNabb
That's
never
a
won a
big
Super
statement
Bowl.
All
right
right.
there. That's a
Donovan
big.
He
McNabb is
never
not a
won a
future Hall
Super
of
Bowl.
Famer. If
He's
Donovan
not
McNabb
a
is not a
Hall of
future Hall
Famer.
of Famer, Phillip Rivers
Listen,
should be.
I don't think Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. That's just my
Huh?
opinion. And
But Donovan McNabb?
I think that Donovan McNabb and Eli would go before Donovan because he
Huh?
won a Super Bowl.
Oh, brother.
Eli will get in the Hall of Fame before Donovan McNabb. Donovan
Man, this
McNabb.
is
If you're
crazy.
gonna put Donovan McNabb in the Hall of Fame, you got to put Randall Cunningham in
So
the
what,
Hall of Fame.
Randall Cunningham will
You got
be
to put Randall Cunningham in the Hall of Fame. Cunningham is way better than Donovan McNabb.
not passing, but running, yes.
What?
Donovan
No, he
McNabb.
was all. What are you talking about? You
No,
young.
he
You're
was
young.
not. Come
You're
on now.
young. You're
He just
young.
broke all
You
the
need to go
records.
back and do some homework.
Who
You need
did?
to
Who
go
did?
on
Who did? Who
YouTube
did?
and
Who
go
did?
look at this man
Who
throwing a
did? Go
75-yard
look.
touchdowns, 75, 85-yard
And
touchdown. This
Donovan
man
was
had a
it?
rocket as an arm.
Donovan?
What are you
No, it's not
talking
about
about?
the arm power. It's about the
No
accuracy of that
accuracy.
arm.
Go look at what
Oh my
Randall
gosh.
did with the Minnesota Vikings when he had Randy Moss and he had
All
go
he did
look
was
at the
through
records
freaking
he
50-50
explored.
balls. You got Chris Carter and fucking. I
Oh,
mean,
but
excuse my French.
he threw them yards.
Oh my gosh. What?
Literally, he threw them yards. He didn't
Oh,
just go into Philly. He left Philly and still was a good quarterback.
oh my gosh.
He would go to the Hall of Fame before your guy
But
Donovan.
hear me out. Hear me out.
Donovan,
You said that we
Donovan
never
puked on the ground. Donovan
we.
puked on the ground in the Super Bowl. Donovan was
Oh
a pure
my.
bitch.
They
He
beat
was
us
a
by
pure
3 in the Super
bitch.
Bowl.
He was a
We
bitch.
went. He had a what?
Look,
What?
even Terrell Owens didn't respect him. Oh,
Yeah,
my
of course. But
quarterback,
you're
my
not going to just
quarterback.
dismiss the man's
That's my
talent.
quarterback. And then
Hmm.
at the same
That
time,
was actually Tony
hijacked him,
Romo.
turn around, and he was shitting on this man in the Super Bowl. He was the man played with a broken leg and
I know,
and was
114
MVP in
yards
that Super Bowl.
with a broken leg. Yeah, I know.
And he was MVP, and Donovan McNabb threw up on the field like a bitch. Don't you ever tell me he's Hall of Fame
You
material.
know what? You know what's
Michael
so
Vick
crazy
goes
to
to the
me?
Hall of
You know
Fame
what's
before
so
you.
crazy to me? It's the fact that we go through so many of these quarterback changes, and we did have a legit quarterback at one period of time
You
with
did.
Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick, and then we went on a 4-year quarterback search. 4 years.
And you didn't
4
win a Super
years.
Bowl. You were all that and you didn't win Super Bowls
4 years.
until
But we
and
were we were more
you won a
successful.
Super Bowl with a
We were still
mediocre guy called
successful.
Nick
We're
Foles.
still
You won
successful.
a Super Bowl with a mediocre guy named Nick Foles.
Whoa,
It
whoa,
wasn't
whoa, whoa,
about
whoa, whoa, whoa,
quarterbacking.
whoa, 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 now. Whoa, now you got too
Whoa,
much
whoa,
dip on
whoa,
your
whoa,
chip.
whoa, 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 whoa,
You
what?
don't disrespect big dick. You feel me? Like
Nick,
that's Nick. You know what I'm saying?
well,
That's
Nick,
that.
Paddywhack. It
You
is what it
know,
is.
Nick was that man. You know, if
I,
it wasn't for the
now, fellas. Now look,
hey
we got to get back on
Jeffrey
track.
catches the ball, we wouldn't be talking about the
Now,
Saints going on that run. But I
now,
digress.
now,
I
Master
freaking
Davis,
gress.
Master Davis, I gotta ask you.
What's
The
up, my
Saints,
guy?
the Saints play the Atlanta Falcons today.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? How did the Saints get a dub at home against Atlanta?
I don't see why not, but at the same time, this has been an up and down year for the Saints.
Well, I
Uh,
think the Saints just finally touching the ground. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I want you to understand, Master. You do know football, but Master, do you agree that the Saints in the very first part of the season played some of the toughest games of the season with a rebuilding, dealing with two young quarterbacks, didn't know, adjusting to a new scheme. You start the season, you play the Arizona Cardinals, you played the San Francisco 49ers, you played the Seattle Seahawks, and you play the Buffalo Bills. I would say them games alone. Was one of the hardest schedules to
I
start the
should,
season.
I should, I
So,
should say, I should be petty and say no because you know what the foot we be going through. But I do agree
but
with
but
you.
but listen what I'm trying to say. Listen what I'm
Yes,
trying
sir.
to
Yes,
say.
sir. Yes,
But
sir.
you're falling in the second half after the bye week. You beat the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the NFC opponents in your division.
Mm-hmm.
But after this, you beat a team you were supposed to be, which is the Giants.
Right.
You lost to the teams you were supposed to lose to, right? Because you played the New England Patriots. They pretty good this year. But look at the Saints who they play now. And I want you to understand this. I'm not going as a fan. I'm just looking optimistic, just looking at the schedule. You playing a reeling Atlanta Falcon team who's reeling. They're not, they lost their future quarterback. They lost a top wide receiver. You have an opportunity. They're falling. Their record is 3-7. After starting off pretty, they beat the Buffalo Bills, the Atlanta Falcons. So they're like a Heckle and Jekyll. You know what I'm saying? So now you playing a team that's really lost their quarterback, lost their wide receiver, and now after that you're dealing with Tennessee, you're dealing with the Jets, you're dealing with Miami Dolphins, you're dealing with teams you can beat now. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So
Mm-hmm.
is it the Saints that's really bad, or is it the Saints that? Because most of the games that the Saints lost early in the season, they were competitive. The Saints lost to the New England Patriots 25-19. The Saints lost to the 49ers 26-20.
Well,
The Saints were in most of the games except for the Seattle Seahawks. And so I'm just, am I being too optimistic to say that, hey,
no.
the Saints may have an opportunity with the quarterback change and the way this thing is going up?
No, I think
Opportunity for what? What are you trying to say here? Are
I
you
think
trying to
I
say?
think what's going I think
I'm
Are
what
not
you
saying
trying?
we're going to run the table. I'm saying we can build on something. I think the Saints can
I
win.
feel
They can win 7 games out of this.
I feel that I had you guys coming in the season, they're going 9-7. I had y'all coming in to going 9-7. A
That's
lot of
possible
people,
now. That's
a lot
possible
of
if they're
lot of
going to
Saints
run.
fans, a lot of Saints fans had 3-14, all those good things and all that. But the truth is, I was upset at Kellen because Kellen has tendencies to be not as aggressive as much, and knowing when he should have brought in the right guy. I felt that he should have started Tyler a little bit earlier. Um, because you guys have an easier road now. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
he's already producing, but I feel that it should have happened a little bit more early in
Probably after
advance.
3 games. After three
Yeah, because
games, you're being 0-3. I think they
yeah,
should have made the change.
yeah, and it's nothing on
Spencer, it's
Spencer.
nothing
It's
on Spencer.
nothing
It's
on
not an indictment
Spencer.
on Spencer. You drafted.
But you got a better arm. Tyler has a better arm than Spencer. He's
Yes.
always has a better
Yes.
arm
Tell
than
him,
Spencer.
Master.
All right, so that's a fact. Spencer was never known as having a good explosive arm. All right, let's just go ahead and kill that. He was known as a guy that was known for his legs. Like when I said y'all should use him in the run game, what y'all did in the Bills against the Bills, run the ball, ran a little bit of read option. But that's not Saints football. That's not Saints football. Saints
No,
football
no.
is a guy that I mean you have a quarterback that knows how to stand tall in the pocket and deliver the football. You got a run game going when you're averaging 3.5 or more yards per carry, setting up big plays for your tight end or your explosive receivers running the comeback routes or the vertical routes with Rashid Shaheed. I feel like that trade that you guys had made where she was questionable at first, but I see that it did open doors for some. I feel that
Yes, it did.
Brandon
Yes, it
Cook,
did.
Brandon Cook is cancerous. Yeah, to the Saints. I felt that he was never how can I put it? Should never even joined y'all.
I think he
Uh,
came to the Saints, Master, because at the time he was thinking Derek Carr was going to be the quarterback. Most veterans, Derek Carr, the Saints did not think Derek was going to pull a fast one and retire. Okay, and I think that a guy like Brandon Cooks would have thrived under a veteran who probably would have got him the ball. I think that these young guys are not going to, they're not getting him the ball, and he wants to be somewhere else where he can get the ball, and he's not going to get the ball in New Orleans. I think that Chris Olave just last week. Chris Olave really, really had not having Shaheed around. It really made him the prime guy again. Okay,
which
and
I
now and
said he's a route runner.
he's a route
Let
runner.
me give it
Yes,
to he's a route runner.
yes,
He's a
and
freaking fluid route runner.
but
That's
Shaheed didn't. Shaheed was going to cost us, and at the end of the day, we're gonna give probably a small bag to Olave, and then we're gonna probably draft the rest of the guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
looking at who they brought in: Jalen Polk from the second round draft pick for the New England Patriots that we traded for. I look at moves like that in the future. There's a future.
Yeah.
The Saints future wide receivers and stuff like. I like what they picked up Jackson from Jackson from Tulane, EJ.
Yeah.
That young man now was exciting.
what's gonna have to happen is I feel, and which I'm nervous about, is Saints is going to go for the young man out of South Carolina. They're going to go get that tall, athletic freak out of there.
I wouldn't
And
mind that. I
and
also
no,
wouldn't.
no, but hear me
I
out.
want Chris Bell.
I
I want
also,
Chris
yeah,
Bell.
I
Hear me out.
also
I
The
want
wouldn't
reason,
Chris Bell.
mind.
the
Yeah, I
reason
also
why
wouldn't mind Chris Bell
you
out of
talk,
Louisville. I wouldn't mind
I
all that
say
at
it
all.
because I think the kid is a little bit more of a bigger receiver. And so
Yeah, we need like
he's like
a top
6'5",
guard.
running a
Yeah,
4.3,
but look at
4.3.
Chris Bell. Chris Bell is Chris Bell is Julio Jones all over again. He's
Ah,
220.
that's a
He's
huge jump,
220
David.
pounds. He's 6'3".
Yeah,
He
I ain't gonna go that
no he
far, but
everybody said
he
no
is
no
good.
he's Julio, dog. All the analysts say they when they do the comparison, they got him as that Julio. He runs a 4.3 flat, but he's a big bruh. The dude has breakaway speed. He jumps. He knows how to go into. But go watch his last game. They just show the highlights. He's a guy who played with Tyler Shuck. He was Tyler Shuck guy in that 1 year. So I think if you bring him and you get him in a position where he plays with you
I
put
question
guys
I
that's
question
comfortable for
his
Tyler.
route tree. I question his route tree though. He's
Hey
solid.
guys, I don't wanna cut y'all too off, but we
Oh,
got other fellas in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah, we
too.
running our mouth, and we ain't got the other
my
fellas in
bad, my
here.
bad, my bad, my
I
bad.
want to let y'all know, we got Derek Turner in the chat, we got Jerry in the chat, and we also got Nas in the chat as always.
What's
Jerry,
up, fellas?
Real
It's
quick, I
game
gotta
day, baby.
give it to Derek first. How we feeling this Sunday? We got Atlanta, man. What's your thoughts today, man?
Man, I was with Everett. I think we might run this table, man.
We will.
I'm
It's
with
a
E.
it's a strange thing, y'all, because I told people, I said when we looked in the season, when we looked at the schedule, the first thing we talked about this on the Bad Sports Show podcast, Derek, early in the season, and you was one of the ones who was saying, man, this is kind of tough the way we start. But when we looked at the end, I said, man, it's kind of soft at the end. These teams that we're playing at the end are in the same position as us. So who's to say? We went into the bye after beating Carolina. Who to say that was the thing that clicked into the team? The way that if the defense played the way that they played against Carolina, and I'm not saying they're going to do that every week, but let
Mhm.
me tell you something. I don't know, bro. Brandon Staley had them boys. If you can lock down the run against Atlanta, if you're able to make Kirk Cousins beat you, the Saints are going to win this ball game. If the Saints are able to stop Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algiers and do what they did with that Donald kid and over there in Carolina, and they pushed them guys to make them want to throw the ball because you're not dealing with Drake London. I'm telling you, bro, this might get nasty, bro. And look, the Saints, this is a winnable game. I'm not saying it's a sure thing. I'm telling you, if the Saints win this game, who's to say that don't bring that would be a 2-game win streak, and it will take us into the next week. Bruh, do y'all have any doubt that the Saints could beat the Miami Dolphins, or beat the Jets, or beat the Tennessee Titans? Do y'all think that that's not possible?
I think it's
It's
Now
possible.
maybe Tampa
It's
is going to be the
possible.
reason I got the
Anybody can beat
Saints
the
going
Jets.
8-9. I got the Saints going 8-9 because I still until the Saints prove to me maybe Tyler Shuck is going to do it,
But then
but till they
I
prove
tell
that
you,
they can beat the Bucks.
I love everything you saying there, Dad. But then at the same time, too, there's a little part of me that, like, the perfect scenario in all of this for me, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I would love for them to run the table and win the rest of the games. But there's like a little like spot in there for me where I just want to see Tyler Shuck improve every week and to show that he's high. And then they just lose some of these games because you really want to get a high draft pick in this draft. Like we want to get as
Man,
many,
we on that already?
I
like
don't think the Saints. I don't think this is a draft where the Saints are going to get that superstar, right? That
That's
super.
but
You
are you
guys
looking?
will keep talking draft. They don't always hit.
And
Drafts
then
is
what's in the draft that's coming out that excites you? Like really,
Oh, I
like
can name like
but
8
you
of them. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie to you.
no,
Reese.
like
If I'm going for
at,
somebody, it's going
at
to be
what
Reese
we
from
need.
Ohio.
No,
Reese
like
is a
Oh,
what we
game man.
need.
that defensive end out of South Carolina.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
doggone.
there's so many of them. But what I'm saying is, the reality is the Saints still going to be top five. The Saints are going to
hang
pick
on.
top
The
five.
reality is, guys, is that
I would be shocked if the
the
Saints don't pick
Saints,
top five.
the Saints can't sit there and go through free agency. We know we are cap strapped right now. We're still working our way through that. We won't be free until next season. Well, like after next season. So all you have at this point is really honestly the draft. So when
So
I'm
you
telling
saying
you,
tank the season?
So
so
EJ, if they go 9-8 and they win all their divisions. Just say they sweep the
I'll do
division.
all that tanking stuff, man.
You're gonna tank if they go
I'm
9-8.
not, no, first of all, nobody didn't say tank. Don't twist my words and say tank.
Dude.
I'm saying that if the Saints run the table, what you're risking here is.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You're still gonna have a good draft.
I didn't say that was a problem, and all going. If the Saints do that, then that happens. But what I'm saying is, if they finish the season 8-9 or 9-8, whatever, they're going to risk being the 11th, 12th pick. You're not getting a top 5 pick if you finish the season 9.
Well, you can still get a damn good pick
So
at top
if you
12.
saying that, if you saying that,
That's what I'm telling you right now.
You're still gonna get a good pick at 11 or 12. So it's not like you're picking 20. I understand what you're saying, but you're not going to pick 20. And I think you got a lot of picks in this draft. You can still build through the draft. If you're 9-8, you build from a 9-8 football team, and it moves in like the Detroit Lions did when they went into the next season, and they were and they wound up taking that momentum into a next So I don't mind that.
wait, I'm still don't understand what y'all saying, because if you telling me we had risk of not getting a draft pick, so in the back of what you saying is basically you don't want them to really run the table because you want a decent pick, right?
What I'm saying,
That's
Derek,
what he's saying.
This is what I'm saying. No, that is not what I'm saying. Derek, what I'm saying is the perfect scenario right now is that Tyler Shuck plays his ass off, and they get a top 5 pick. That's the perfect scenario.
Are you saying you trying to run the table in the draft so you can get more draft picks, or are you trying to get better players?
You can't get no more draft picks. What you have is what you have right now. The Saints going into this draft with probably like 6 or 7 picks.
No, EJ. They ended up getting a full 9 now.
Yeah,
they got 9.
They got
9 because
all right, 9.
They got 9 draft picks. But EJ, they're also getting a conspiracy.
What I'm saying is, y'all, is that you want to get as high of a pick as possible. I understand y'all it would feel great and everything like that at the end of the season, but you're right back at what you was last season, basically.
But let me ask you a question. What if the Saints be at the 11th spot, draft at the 11th spot? What if the Saints trade back and they end up getting multiple draft picks? And
you can do that with a top 5 pick.
No. You could do that with a top 10 pick.
If you get a top 5
you could do that. The Philadelphia Eagles did it with a top 10 pick. And look at the Philadelphia Eagles.
A top 5 pick.
The Saints could still get multiple picks.
A top 5 pick is more valuable than a 12 pick.
So what are you saying you want them to do then to get that? So
EJ, check your phone. Shanda said, please check your phone, EJ. Check your phone. She's trying to contact you. Check your phone.
Derek, look, this is what I'm saying, okay? All I'm saying is that, yes, I would love the Saints to go ahead and finish the rest of the season with wins. But I also wouldn't mind them I wouldn't be mad at all either if they lose some games as well.
You just don't want to miss out on the star player. I see what you're saying.
Like I said, you're not in a position right now to go ahead and sit there and feel like you're going to the playoffs or anything right now. So honestly, right now we're just in a motion right now where the Saints are playing football games, and you're just really looking at the good apples and the bad apples on this roster. So Kellen is looking at, okay, who can I keep for next year, and who the hell I'm getting rid of next year? Okay, you're not really sitting here looking at, all right, if the Saints win the rest of these football games, then we're going to keep everybody on this roster and we're going to run this back again next year. And hell no. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, don't make it seem like I'm trying to make them tank or something like that. I'm saying what I'm saying is that if they do tank or if they did lose some games, that's not bad. That's not a problem for a team that where they're at right now. That's all I'm saying right now. I understand you. I understand. Yes, we better win today. We better beat Atlanta. We better win this football game today. But what I'm saying is, does this help us going forward? As a football team trying to rebuild and trying to get this roster where we want it to be.
So you saying one top 5 player gonna change the way this whole team is?
I'm not saying. I'm saying
he would like to have an impact player in this draft.
I want an impact player.
And he said, if we're not, what he's saying is, if we're not able to, if we don't feel
the Saints pick top 3 or top 5 in the draft. It's been
Yeah,
a long
a
time.
long time. I know what he said. And
Long
this is
time.
our best
We
chance. I
can
know what EJ
actually
said.
get an impact player out of this draft, like a Bijan Robinson, like the Atlanta Falcons have. They got Bijan Robinson because they were able to draft him
To draft
in
it,
a
yeah.
top 5 as a top 5 pick. We don't
Right.
ever get top 5 picks, y'all. We get
Well,
10,
I'm not going to tell the
11,
Saints to lose.
12.
That's what he's trying to say. EJ, I know what you're saying. If the Saints are just not good enough, they're not going to get what the expectations we're saying. So I'm not going to. The Saints are not. These players are not going to deliberately lose. So no matter what we want. The fact is, these are professionals. They're playing for a roster spot. If they're going to win, they're going to win. If they're going to lose, they're going to lose. So I don't, I would wish that we get top 5 pick. I see what EJ said. EJ said the best scenario is Tyler Shuck shows that he's NFL quarterback, that he's the guy, and you don't have to pick a quarterback, that you can go out and get draft picks to go around him and have a great future. But in a perfect world, that's what EJ saying. But if the Saints go on a run and they slip in and make the playoffs, we're not going to apologize for that either.
Well, as long as y'all don't get no dang offensive alignment again, like y'all been doing.
There's nothing wrong with the offensive lineman. Calvin
Yeah,
Banks
no.
Calvin Banks was the perfect pick for New Orleans. Anybody on this panel,
I'm not.
anybody,
Look.
look,
Hold
look,
on.
my
not.
brother.
Let me rephrase
Is
it.
it true he
Anybody
not
on this
playing now?
Anybody on this panel would sit there and say that was a knockout pick for the New Orleans Saints. Falaga the year before was a knockout pick for the New Orleans Saints. You got two starting tackles. The only knock on the Saints was Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning was a horrible pick.
No, listen. I totally agree with you, right?
You got to protect the
But
quarterback, brother.
what I'm saying is, and this is just a fact, we only have one. Philadelphia only has one first rounder as an offensive lineman. When we
Okay.
go in depth, when we evaluate players, we'll look in the second or third round of offensive linemen. Impactful guys is what I'm saying is it comes at the defensive end position. Why? Because it's a pass heavy league. I'm talking about
But you must have not been
quarterback,
watching
receiver.
Philadelphia Eagles. And Philadelphia Eagles, not you're talking about this recent Philadelphia. Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl with first round talent.
Andre Dillard, Lane Johnson.
Yeah, that were first round talents.
Hold on. Andre Dillard got drafted in the second round. What
I'm
we
not talking
won,
about them. I'm talking. Well, second round pick is a high pick, man.
I said, no, hold on, hear me out. What I'm saying is our past, the year we won, you talking about the Super Bowl, the run we went to Super Bowl, we attacked
With
in
Nick
free
Foles in
agency.
them, they had I can't think
Free
of that man's
agent.
name.
We hit
They
free agency like
they
crazy.
drafted a number one tackle. I
No,
can't
we
think of his
drafted
name right now.
we drafted what's the name? Barnett. We
Yeah,
drafted
y'all
a
have
defensive end
multiple.
from Tennessee. No, we just went Barnett on Tennessee because remember we lost our first rounder in 2016 because we traded to get Carson Wentz in 2016. We traded like a future. A
Well,
lot of them.
Calvin Banks is a future Hall of Famer, bro. Calvin Banks is a.
I ain't knocking it. I'm
I'm not.
saying
I can
if
never
you guys
knock
are
the Saints
looking,
for
if you,
going after a guy. You went after a
I didn't
lineman,
knock them. I
and
didn't
then you
knock
went and
them.
got a quarterback. You
I'm
went after a
saying
lineman, and you went and
you
got a quarterback.
guys
That's the
have
way to
not
build
been
a team.
aggressive. You guys have not been aggressive at a point of saying, "Hey, this defensive end is a top 5, top 10 defensive end." You have not just looked at a defensive end and say, "Hey, he's
That's
so
not true.
impactful."
That's not true. The Saints have the Saints for the last 3 years went for defensive end. They went for it just
Not
didn't fall.
early in the first
My
round.
brother, Davenport. We trade up like 3 spots or 4 spots to go get Davenport.
You
Didn't
don't think
we?
I know that? I said the Davenport
It
was
didn't turn out right. It didn't turn out right. And we also went and got the other man.
Like,
What the
like,
man who we cut? Who
like
we
I
cut
said,
EJ?
y'all.
We have multiple defensive ends.
All I'm saying
that's
is
horrible
They
management.
just ended up failing.
all I'm saying is, y'all, is when the last time the Saints got a top 5 pick? You can't name the damn last time because it's been a damn long.
But the Saints ain't had no
I
top
don't.
5 pick. Saints ain't
It's been
had
a
a
while,
top
but I
5
just
pick,
don't
EJ, since I
understand
was young.
if we
Probably
got a
since
chance to
a
beat
top 5 pick
everybody.
since
You
Ricky
saying nah?
Williams?
Don't take a
No, since
chance.
Reggie Bush.
That just bothers me.
Reggie Bush, EJ.
Well, Reggie Bush.
Reggie was the
Okay.
number 1 or number 2 overall pick.
Number 2
So
overall pick was Reggie Bush.
you're telling me if the Saints get a top 5 pick, you wouldn't be happy about that.
And guess what Reggie Bush did for New Orleans? He changed the culture of New Orleans.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. The Saints, if the Saints get a real top guy in this draft, who's to say with whoever they get, because everybody's just writing this draft off like there's not top players in this damn draft. I don't know why y'all doing
I'm not
that.
writing it off. It's very deep in the back end as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like everybody's just sitting there writing this draft off like they only got players in this damn draft.
I don't know,
And
man. It's a lot of defensive players out there, man. They can go
yeah,
over the
so like I don't understand where that's coming from. Where you can't be excited about these picks that's coming up in the draft.
I'm just
You know,
not
like,
hoping the team lose. Well, look, I don't care if they
the
lose
Colts
any
need to
game.
be drafting
I don't care
players.
what game they lose, EJ. Just don't lose to the Falcons. This is my Super Bowl today. Just don't lose to the Falcons.
Like I said, I didn't say the Saints need to lose today. I think a lot of y'all trying to twist my words. And y'all trying to make it like I'm trying to
twist your words. I never said that.
No, I feel like that's how Derek feels. That Derek was coming on here kind of acting like I'm trying to wish the team go ahead and lose the rest of the games. And Jerry, you too. I think you too. I think you got that way as well. I don't know what y'all thought my thinking was, but like I said, I'm just thinking that regardless of how they finish, regardless of what I say on here, it is what it's gonna be on here. Like the Saints gonna go ahead. If they win the rest of the games, then it is what it is. We're gonna have to operate and move accordingly. And then if they don't, then we're gonna have to move accordingly. So like I said, I'm hoping for a big time Saints win today. I really am. I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad at all either if we did lose. Because we're gonna go ahead and build this team back up. We don't have a good roster right now, y'all. We don't. We need to rebuild this roster again. Like we got to get rid of a lot of players in this offseason. And the only way we can do that is through the draft. Now we can't trade. We can't sit there and go through free agency because we're cap strapped. So it's draft or bust right now.
Well, and the cap situation is getting much better. And I'm like you, EJ, build through the draft. This first wave, I think the Saints hit on this first wave. Do you agree, EJ? This year's draft was excellent. Yes. Because if you look at it, all these young players are contributing, except for Brian.
Right now, with what you just got from last year's draft,
they hit on this draft.
You can't tell me right now the draft is just not important and all this right here. Why are we hyping up these draft guys? You seeing right now how important the draft is right now. We got
because they hit on the draft picks that they have. The draft picks that they got right now.
Danny Stutzman, all these boys we didn't.
They're playing. These boys are playing. Riley.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying, man.
Stutzman, Riley, Sanker.
Oh yeah, they playing, bro.
Yeah,
Devin Neal is playing.
Yeah, everybody's
playing except for Brockton. I wish Brockton would have not got hurt. If Brockton wouldn't have got hurt, the whole draft would have been excellent, y'all. Because Brockton was that guy from Texas that we needed to run stopper. I was so hurt that he got hurt, but we'll see him back next year. But the Saints draft is sleepy. They're not winning, and people think that it's bad because we're not winning, but they don't realize this was a sneaky draft.
Yeah.
Because Jonas Shanker is a steal.
That's how teams like Detroit.
Biggest one to me is Danny Stutzman.
Hey, don't mention Detroit right now, bro. They struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. But
I was just about to say that. I know Larry would be happy if Jameis Winston throw for 300 and something yards.
Yeah,
he playing him a damn.
Did they win?
Yeah,
right
it's 27-24.
They
won.
No, it's 2 minutes left.
Because the thing is, listen, you could throw for 300 and something yards and still lose. It don't matter. Yeah. See, that at some point, people got to get away from the stats. And it's never been a thing about Jameis putting up numbers. Jameis always had. Matter of fact, Jameis threw for 5,000 yards. 5,000 yards. Jameis threw what? EJ he threw 30 touchdowns and 31 interceptions.
33 passing touchdowns and 30 picks.
Yeah, ain't nobody cheerleading for no Jameis because we know he's capable of putting up yards.
Oh, Lord. I hate y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I hate y'all brought up his name, Jameis, up in here because
I was looking for Larry, man. I know that's Larry, man.
Talking about Larry.
I don't know why Jameis is a conversation.
He hear the word Jameis. Boy, I tell you, boy.
I'm surprised Spencer Rattler's name wasn't brought up.
Lord, man,
I
God.
don't know why Spencer Rattler got.
And you know, Shador name gonna be put up in.
That man going crazy right now.
I'm gonna be rooting for
Hey,
Shador today.
I know y'all
gonna be rooting for Shador.
I know y'all gonna be watching the Saints and Falcons game, but I guarantee you, almost every Saints
Let Shador beat this team.
Boy, if
Everybody gonna say the Saints should have got him. The Saints should have got him.
If Shador ball his ass off today against a sad ass Raiders team, I'm gonna tell you that.
Everybody gonna say that we were wrong.
One problem with the Raiders is
I'm
gonna give you some pushback.
Guess who the Raiders offensive coordinator is?
I guarantee you
Chip
in this
Kelly.
group. I'm telling y'all, they gonna be talking about how we missed on Shador. I'm telling y'all.
I would agree with. I'm in the back of my mind. I'm saying the same thing because Shador is a little bit much more of a pocket passer. I mean, a running passer than Shuck would be. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree. I think Shuck has the ability. He has that Josh Allen in him. He can run the ball when he wants. Tyler Shuck is a much bigger quarterback, so he could take hits that Shador can't. He's a much polished. To me, in the pocket, he knows how his arm angles. His arm angles are I mean, I don't know what y'all watching. And Shador, I like Shador. I think Shador going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. But Shador, for us to sit there and actually legitimately think that Shador is better than Tyler, I can't see it. Tyler, I think we got our quarterback.
Well, that still remains to be seen because both of them hasn't played enough games.
Yeah, but we're gonna see
rookies. Both of them are still rookies.
But people keep knocking the Saints.
Yes.
People keep knocking the Saints and getting mad at Tyler, like Tyler had like Tyler's the fault of getting drafted by the team that wanted him.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, I'm hoping he balls out today because if Tyler don't ball out today and Shador does ball out today, we gonna hear it. We gonna hear it. We gonna hear it. I'm telling y'all, we gonna hear it.
Especially in our group.
It's gonna be
especially in that group, because half of the group do not like Tyler Shuck. It's just that no matter what the man do, he had a good game. Nobody was posting nothing. EJ, you exposed them in the group last week. You exposed them till they got mad with you. You literally said if Tyler would have did some of the things that Shador was doing in that game when he came off the bench, you literally brought up the fact that Tyler came off the bench and against the Buccaneers.
When Shuck came in that Buccaneers game and he played like trash,
everybody
was on his head. Now,
but soon as Shador, they had an excuse.
When Shador came into and got thrown in that game against the Ravens and played like trash, all everybody was saying was Shador didn't play with the ones. So like it's sad to hear stuff like that. It's sad to say because we got Saints fandom like that really love Shador like that. You know,
and then Pierre talked about the quality of team they play. As of right now, the Panthers got a better record than the Baltimore Ravens. So I don't know what you're talking about. Quality of play. You guys are tripping, man. You got the Panthers one game behind the Buccaneers for the damn division, and y'all act like we played a sorry ass team. This team beat Green Bay in Green Bay, and y'all literally acting like Tyler just went out there and played some garbage ass football team. Like anything that Tyler did, y'all just erased.
Well, like I said, Carolina is competing right now with
and they just beat the Atlanta.
They actually about to if the Buccaneers lose again, they got a chance to go ahead and take the lead in the division right now.
And I'm rooting for them to win the division. I'm tired of Tampa winning the division. I would like to see Carolina win the division because I know we can't win it. I would rather Carolina win this division than watching Tampa win it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of Tampa winning the division since the Saints been down.
I wish both.
Hey, Baker was a freaking steal, boy. Baker Mayfield was a steal for Tampa, bro.
How is Baker a steal? You know what I don't get about people? Okay, let me make you laugh, okay? Baker Mayfield. It took Baker Mayfield 5 teams to get it right. 5 teams. Do you get this? 5 teams. So you win. Okay,
He went
look.
to Cleveland. He went to Cleveland.
He got hurt. He got hurt too.
Okay.
Went
3
to
teams.
LA.
So he
Then
went to
LA. Now he's in
No, he
Tampa
went to the
Bay.
Carolina Panthers.
Yep. Then he went to LA, and then he went to Tampa Bay after he left LA. That's
Okay, so it took him 3 teams to get it right?
Okay.
So he had a major contract with the Carolina Panthers. He dropped the ball with them, and then he goes over and he wound up being a good quarterback. It's not a skill.
No,
It's just
listen.
it's a system. It's a system,
I'm
brother.
not the system, but you know what else it is? It's the personnel. It's the personnel. Like, hear me out. Bucks was never struggling after Tom. They still had
No, look at Pierre with this bullshit. Sanders played a better defense.
No. But
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This is getting embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing, y'all.
The Buccaneers are a better defense.
It's getting embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Buccanears defense way
because the Ravens was horrible this year. The Ravens are horrible on defensive side of the ball this year. Y'all thinking about the Ravens last year.
Yeah.
The Ravens didn't win a game until Lamar came back. Yeah. They wasn't winning no football games until Lamar kept there. Lamar is the reason why the Ravens are competing. You're wrong, Pierre. And y'all spreading this narrative that the Saints are playing piss poor teams, that Tyler shouldn't get a good grade. That you see this, now you understand what I'm doing, Master. You see why I get pissed off? They're using the fact that the Ravens beat on Shador, and they're literally saying Tyler played a softer team in Carolina. It doesn't make sense.
But what only thing I'm saying is, when I'm going back to Baker is the fact that Baker past 3 years, 2 to 3 years now, he has
3 different offensive coordinators and still producing crazily.
Like,
I don't know how.
He's
is it about race, Master? Is it about race?
No,
I'm talking about when it comes down to, do people in New Orleans, and I'm not talking about all, because it's obvious not all, everybody in New Orleans ain't black, but is it these certain people have an obsession just to have a black quarterback named Deion?
I ain't gonna lie. I have been seeing some posts.
Because if Tyler was a black man, would we be discussed? Because I've noticed that they were even trying. They didn't just do this with Deion. They would rather have Spencer over Tyler. And what evidence do y'all think that that Spencer is better than Tyler? Other than the skin color, and he's half white and half black. So because he got a little black,
I'm not trying
it doesn't make sense. Master, make me understand why people hate Tyler.
Okay, I
don't think people hate Tyler.
Right, these people in New Orleans, these dudes in the group, they all keep coming on. It has to be, bro. It's since Jameis Winston, ever since Drew Brees got retired. They've been on this black and white shit with Teddy Bridgewater since we had a. Think about it. When Teddy became the quarterback, they even was talking about they didn't want Brees to come back. Remember that, EJ?
Yes.
They wanted the Saints to get rid of
Teddy.
Right.
They said pay Teddy.
Then,
but here's the thing.
When Teddy leaves, they bring in Jameis.
Cap strap.
Well, Teddy leaves, they bring Jameis in, and then all of a sudden Jameis. And then Derek Carr, even though Derek Carr has a better like career, as far as career than Winston, because even Derek Carr been to the playoffs. Winston never been to the playoffs.
Well, this is what I want to say.
It's a black and white thing.
I thought you guys was not going to go Tyler Shaw. I didn't even think you guys were going to go
Tyler
quarterback.
Tyler
Shuck. And I don't see how is it with Saints fans. Here's the point.
Hear me out. So I think Tyler, I didn't believe y'all was going to go quarterback in his draft. I thought you guys were going to go trade for a quarterback. The quarterback that I thought you guys were going to go trade for, all right, was Tanner McKee. Okay, I already talked to the E.
Yeah, you thought Kellen Moore was going to bring his guy.
I thought he was going to go because remember Tanner McKee when he was on that Philly offense the last two games. When Jalen was out,
he was lighting it up. He was lighting it up.
He was standing tall. He's tall. He's firm and he's young.
But
and the kid
notice,
can ball.
notice Tyler is Tanner McKee.
Yes.
Look. You see, I'm glad. I'm thankful that you're breaking this up. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys got Tyler, I started evaluating them. Like I was like, well, the kid got same size as Tanner, and I think that the Saints. I think, and this is a fact. I feel that Kellen wanted Tanner but couldn't get him because he felt that Howie was not going to give it to him, and so they found the best available guy that fits kind of a similar description of a guy that stands tall and that can deliver the football. And you guys have him now. Uh, do I see Tyler being successful? I do, but then I don't. The only reason why I don't in certain instances is because of the fact that I don't trust, and it's just me. I don't trust the GM right now, but he can prove me wrong because guess what? Y'all hit on this past draft. This draft y'all had was a good draft. This in a while, and so
No offense. I understand you've been having success against the Saints the last couple of
no,
years.
it's about
But
it's
Mickey,
about
let's not shit
personnel.
on Mickey, man. Mickey is a
No,
Super Bowl winning
I
GM
can't say.
who
Listen,
drafted one of the best drafts back in 2018. I can literally say
absolutely,
that was the best draft.
2017.
absolutely.
2017, 2017.
I'm not
You
knocking
so
that.
I
I'm
don't know
not
why
knocking that.
people act
Here's what
like
I'm
this man
knocking. Here's what
cannot
I'm knocking. Here's
evaluate
what I'm
talent.
knocking. Here's what I'm knocking. Here's what I'm knocking. Because this is what we us Philly get fans got on freaking Howie about. Because Howie was on a freaking hot seat.
He
Howie was
was.
on a freaking hot
He
seat.
was.
The reason why I'm saying I'm skeptical is I have that same feeling that I had with Howie in the beginning. You remember when
Like you
Howie
had
had
with
that
Mickey.
remember when Howie chose who? Who did we choose over Justin Jefferson? A freaking guy that's freaking unknown right now. So I ain't saying Mickey, is just as bad GM. I'm saying Mickey has to do
Do
what
you
Howie did
understand
and
that? Okay,
improve.
let me ask you. I know you Philly, but I'm gonna give you a
Hold on,
perspective
let
with
him
this.
finish. Let
I,
him finish
but I
every
gotta
time.
give him a
No,
history story.
every
He
time
has to.
somebody talk.
No, don't you do it.
I'm not even
No,
I
knocking
want
the
him to
Saints.
know this
I'm just
let the
saying.
man finish. I'm
because he's
trying to hear
Philly.
what he's trying
Because
to
he's Philly.
say.
I want him to understand the history. You gotta understand this. I want you to understand this, Master.
Okay, okay.
When you are winning the way the Saints was, and the Saints were trying to maintain the same winning culture after Drew Brees and what they were doing. They're at, I don't know if you remember when the Saints picked up Emmanuel Sanders. The Saints were
Yeah,
picking. They were just picking up players. They were just trying to keep it going. They were kicking the can down the road. That was when the Saints were on the verge of winning another Super Bowl. So they kept trying to get Drew Brees that last Super Bowl. It finally hit him. It finally caught up to him. Okay? It just literally people started to age and it finally caught on. It's not that the man is a bad GM. It's just that finally it caught up on him.
well, it shouldn't. Here's my thing. It shouldn't have to catch up on him if he's so
It's gonna catch up
experienced.
on Howie. You gonna
Oh,
see?
no, what are you talking about? It already has caught up on Howie. We was
Yeah,
playing with
they
Carson
already
Wentz
had happened
from
to him.
we already had. You see that's the problem. That's the problem with some of this. You don't remember our downfall. You don't remember how we kept getting put out and we kept
Right.
dealing with Carson
Yeah.
Wentz kept getting hurt in
Yeah.
2018,
Well,
2019,
I remember.
2020.
No,
Okay, hold on, hear me out.
you remember
We
this.
were
That's
we
the
were
habit right now.
we were struggling trying to find our identity because none of our number one draft picks was hitting. None of them. That goes for Dillard. That went from Dillard because Dillard retired after the Super Bowl. Like and Andre Brooks, he also retired, and he was young. He was 28 years old. So we were literally trying to find guys to piece things together. All I'm saying is Mickey has to literally not how can I put this without he shouldn't he
Mickey has to not be stuck in his old ways and just
his
move
old ways of
forward.
trying to literally think that his strategy is going to work and he needs to start thinking new just like Howie did because what Howie did was we betted on ourselves. Nobody don't remember the Carson Wentz trade was huge when we sent him to the Colts. If Carson Wentz played 75%, we would have got we get 3 to 4 for second round picks and a first round pick in the 2023. We betted on ourselves. If he didn't do it, the Colts would have had it. So I'm just putting it out there. We betted on ourselves. And
And
that was
then y'all
Howie's
drafted
last
Jalen.
chance. That was Howie's last chance to make something happen because Howie was going to be out the door. if he didn't hit on this doggone draft in 22 and 23 and then get all those draft picks. That's all I'm saying. Like Mickey cannot go in and be too conservative. He has to be aggressive. He has to be aggressive here.
I think he realized. I think Mickey is trying to transition. The next GM, I think Mickey is going to get another position. Mickey is getting old, y'all. I don't know if y'all even watch Mickey. Mickey is
Mickey
just,
is 70.
I think
Close to
Mickey
80.
has been training Kyle Harley.
Ty
The
Harley.
numbers guy, Kyle Harley. I think that Saints went and got the guy from Atlanta who used a young guy who was running Atlanta.
DeRucco, DeLuccio or
Thomas
something.
Demetra,
Demetro.
and that when you look at the Saints, they brought Randy Mueller back, who used to be the GM before Mickey, who actually hired Mickey Loomis back when the Saints, the Randy Mueller got fired. I mean, let go by the Saints for some scandals, but Randy was actually the one who hired Jim Haslick when the Saints won the very first playoff game, and then Mickey took over for him. He was relieved of his duties. But the Saints are surrounded around experienced GMs. A lot of people that's probably don't know that. But I think the Saints are they're probably going to do something where I think it's just Mickey's just going to retire on his own, and they ain't gonna wait for the fans to do it. They're not gonna fire a dude who won the Saints' first ever Super Bowl because it's not like Philly is a bigger market than New Orleans. New Orleans is a small market, so it's bigger than. They're not gonna fire that guy. They're gonna. This guy is a
Mickey
part
gonna
of the.
retire.
That
Mickey
guy
gonna
is a part
retire
of the.
soon.
This he's bigger than
The
what y'all
team
know.
will. He's
He-
part. He's part of the
He's
team.
got
Will.
he's actually the former owner Tom Benson, who passed away, actually has him in the will. You can't just fire him. That's what I'm keep
Can't
trying.
fire Mickey.
That so when I hear New Orleans Saints fan fire me, stop being delusional. The man can't just be fired, not even by the owner.
And
His wife knows that's in the clause. Go back and read. We talked about this EJ
even
multiple
Kale said
times,
the same
and that's
thing.
why it gets aggravating when I listen to Saints fans talk about shit. You're screaming at things that won't happen. Now we want, he's the man is gonna step down because the team is not performing, and he's just gonna step down, but he's not gonna be fired.
Mickey, it's either going to be two things. Either Mickey's going to get
Is the
elevated
game
to
on,
team
EJ?
president.
No, the game is not on yet, folks. It
Yeah, don't be
starts at
passing me up.
3:25. It starts at 3:25 today. But if you want to watch something before the Saints come on, Shador is in at quarterback right now, and they are close to getting in the end zone right now.
Who at quarterback?
Due to
Shador.
a punt return that was returned.
Who at quarterback?
in the end zone.
Shador.
All right, Shador is at the goal line, so let's see. Shador's at the goal line.
You know where they're going.
Janelle.
This is a fun game for me.
How about the
It's 8
Chiefs and
weeks.
Colts, man? How about that game?
That one's gonna be interesting.
Judkins
That one's
just
gonna be
scored a
interesting.
touchdown. They scored without Shador. They did a little read option.
No. They scored with Shador. Don't tell them.
Shador didn't get him down there. Log on the punt return and got them down there.
Hey man,
Where's
he
she
did what he needed
Everybody
to
left
do.
me?
Hey, look, guess what? So
Yes.
the Giants, I think the Giants has the ball. I think the Giants has the ball going to overtime right now.
Yeah. That's
Just make
another.
sure.
Can Jameis
Just
Winston
make
beat the Detroit Lions? We'll see.
That's another
Jameis bet not Jameis. Jameis bet not Jameis.
crazy game going on
He
right
bet not
now.
Jameis himself.
Hey, I am very impressed though by this doggone Giants team. No matter
Detroit
what,
just
they
beat the Giants. Detroit just beat the Giants. They just hit a bomb. It's once again, Jameis loses. That's what I keep
No.
telling y'all. It don't matter what the yards be. He lost.
No.
Janelle, he did.
What happened? He threw a pick.
Janelle, Shador in. I was trying to tell EJ I can't at the goal line, but
Did Jameis throw a pick?
I don't know how to do y'all tell him.
Oh,
Tell EJ,
man.
Phil.
Well, look, right before we
hate
get
week.
this game started for the
Hate
Saints,
week. Fried chicken.
of course, we got to talk about predictions here. So I'm gonna start with you, Nas. Nas, what is your final score and who's your player of the game?
I give this game 27-10, and I got a sleeper game MVP being Taysom this game.
don't surprise me. You bring up Taysom Hill right now, but Master
Mm.
Davis, Master
He's an
Davis,
Atlanta killer. He's a Falcon. He's a pigeon show killer.
who wins this football game, Master,
Well,
and
it's,
and also who wins the Eagles game? The Eagles
come on,
play,
man. Come on, man. We all know who I'm going with, man. I'm not.
huh?
It's hate week.
Who
And
y'all
just like
play?
y'all hate the Falcons, you know what type of hate I am over here.
Yeah, it looks
And guess
like it's
what?
rivalry. It looks like it's rivalry week. We got the Saints and
Hold on.
Falcons.
You
And Eagles
look.
Cowboys,
Hold on. Let me show you something real quick. I know y'all. I know we gotta. Hold on. Where my god dog on camera? Hold on. How you flip this joker? Hold on. Can you flip it? Y'all
Fried
see it,
chicken.
man. You
Fried
know
chicken.
when Philly wear that
Atlanta.
Kelly green. You know when Philly wear that Kelly green. You know I gotta wear my Kelly green. You understand?
Oh my goodness!
But
Oh
back to it. Back to it.
No,
Back
Palmer
to it.
turned it.
Um,
oh
And
my
get what?
goodness!
We just
Falcons.
watched Detroit and Jameis Winston. I mean, the game with Jameis Winston. They were
Go ahead, Master. What's your prediction?
I got. I have the Saints winning by 10 points today. The
Okay.
MVP of that game, okay, is gonna be out of two people. All right, give me, of course, Chris Olave.
Ooh.
Okay, or Leandre Miller.
Okay.
Leandre Miller.
Think that's his name?
Kendrick injured.
Keandre Miller.
Kendrick injured.
TJ's hurt, man.
Oh, he hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
hurt.
got an ACL the Chicago game.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's been gone for a while
Oh, I
Yeah, he
didn't
been
know.
go-
I did not know that. My bad, y'all. Well,
You
guess what?
good?
We got Chris Olave going for a good 168.
now. All right, bet.
How did they score, y'all? How did Shador score? Because they scored.
Shador didn't score. Quinshawn Junkins ran a damn.
Oh, the running back scored.
Yes, he ran a little
So
wild
Shador
card.
didn't. No, your uncle feeling that they all came ran to the TV. I told you it's Negroes.
You see,
The
you see the
Negroes.
hurt.
The Negroes are.
You see the signature. You see the signature.
The
You see Jalen
Negroes.
Hurts.
The Negroes are rooting for Shador for another reason, because he black.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
Lord.
Yes,
I
sir.
told y'all.
Give me
Yes, sir.
You stay in Texas. Texas just as worse as Mississippi. What are you talking about?
give me your prediction, Ed. What's the final score in the MVP? Final score in MVP. Going once,
You
going
talking to
twice.
me?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my MVP today. And I've been trying to give him the MVP all year, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Alvin Kamara. I think Alvin Kamara get 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, 115 yards. He's gonna have a couple of receiving yards. They're gonna get the pressure off of Tyler Shuck. Tyler's gonna is gonna be steady. Tyler gonna hit 245 yards, maybe and 2 touchdowns. I think the Saints are going to win this game against the Atlanta Falcons in the shootout. It's gonna be crazy. Cousin gonna have a good game. Saints gonna win this game 38-34.
Oh God.
Mm.
Oh God.
First time New Orleans put up some real points.
Why are you trying to be dramatic on this beautiful thing?
Tyler gonna go shoot a show with old Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is an old man, but let me tell you something about Kirk Cousins.
Hey, that
He's still Kirk
motherfucker.
Cousins,
He don't
and he
be that.
still got capabilities.
Hey, okay. Look, we
Kirk Cousins
understood.
got clutch ability. We can't forget that.
That
My
motherfucker
prediction
pulling
here
Joe
today,
Flacco.
I think the New Orleans Saints, they pull this one out. I think they go ahead and win this football game
Fried chicken.
21-17. I do think there is a little bit of, like Dad said, some dramatics that happen in this football game because it is a rivalry football game. It happens.
Chief rival.
That's what you expect out of these football games. So,
Fried pigeon. Fried pigeon.
and as
Fried
far
pigeon.
as MVP, my MVP goes to Tyler Shuck today. Tyler Shuck, I think, is going to have a really good football game today. I think just like he did in Carolina, I think the confidence only grows in him today. And I think he puts some Falcon on the grill today, man. I think he starts going to work.
Well, watch Crystal
fried
Olave go
pigeon.
for a $168 this game.
Pigeon.
I'm telling y'all, boy, that boy finna go crazy this game. I need him. I
Who?
need him to
Tyler?
fantasy points.
I don't doubt it. I really don't.
This game, I like to see Brandon Staley
Look
get
out!
at
Look
least
out
that
for
type of
V
defense.
later there, y'all.
Mm.
That's a guy. That's a guy. I think they're gonna try to. Atlanta's gonna try to double Chris Olave, and I think guys like guys we ain't never heard gonna shine today. I think Tipton
Hey
is gonna be
man,
a guy
Tipton.
that's look out for Mason Tipton or probably even hitting a home run today.
Yeah.
So be careful, bro. I'm telling you, VLA might have that big game that we've been looking for across the middle. It might not be. I don't bank on it being Olave because I think that the
Oh
Falcons are
crap!
going to try to double team him.
The Giants still playing? What the?
Yeah, they're still playing. They're still
It's in
alive.
overtime.
The Lions has scored. You know, because once you score
But
the
once you score, it used to be you score is over.
yeah,
Now the other team
they
get
give you
the
another
last
chance.
possession.
Yeah,
If you get
so
a
Now he
field
throwing that
goal
joker
and
now. He get the benefit.
But Jameis always does this.
Jameis go Jameis.
But he gonna
man,
throw an interception. He
this
gonna
is
Think
end.
so?
He's going to end with an interception. Watch.
let's
If I was
see.
them, I'd go
And
for
here
6.
goes Jameis. He drops back. Oh, what a throw! He's inbounds. First down. Holy
Oh Lord.
shit!
Hey y'all. All right.
Fried
Oh
pigeon.
shit!
Hey, fried
Oh
pigeon.
Oh,
snap!
here we go.
Fried pigeon.
Turn
Here
that.
he
Turn
go.
it. Turn the Jameis Winston.
Look like
They're
Jameis
going back
missed
and
it
forth
like this
overtime.
time, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to
Fried
y'all.
pigeon.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up!
That boy J-Mo, boy. That boy
Go. Jameis, no, go back up. No, you don't do no three-way. Go up. Go. James for the Giants. The Giants. No, you're gonna have to go back. Giants. Right there. Hit it. They're going back and forth.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Watch Jameis throw an interception.
interception.
Fried
If you
pigeon.
predict this
Fried pigeon.
interception,
Hey
I'm
Atlanta.
gonna cry.
Hey Atlanta. Y'all came in our house.
Right, here we
We about to
go.
cook y'all. We got the grills out and everything. Fried pigeon. Fried pigeon.
Look
Fried
at
pigeon.
these
I ain't even gonna
boys.
say
They're
fried chicken.
operating.
Here go crab legs.
What is he gonna do, y'all? What is he gonna do?
Oh Lord.
Here go crab legs.
Mm.
Interception. Come on, throw an interception.
It's
They
a
called
false start
timeout,
on the
man. They
play.
Fried
called
pigeon.
timeout. They gotta think
False
this
start
over.
on the play, man. Jameis,
Hey
man.
EJ, you got your grill out today?
Hey, man.
Fried pigeon. Fried pigeon
Fried
chokes.
pigeon. Fried pigeon, man.
Man, y'all realize the Saints, the Giants, because we beat the Giants, the Giants got the number one pick now.
Mm.
Y'all do realize, too, Drew Brees will be calling the New Orleans Saints football game today. He will
Drew.
be
Nice.
calling it.
Yep. Drew and
And
Jimmy.
Jimmy Graham is getting inducted into the New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's huge. That is huge. All right. Come on, Jameis. What can you do here, man?
This gonna be funny with the Atlanta game. Watch Taysom
Go,
and
here
Cam
go.
just
Here
tear
we
it up.
go. Wow, what a throw.
Okay.
Or Jameis looking like a keeper right
Hey,
now.
man, Jameis said I came to win. I came to win.
And you know what's funny? That man talked about saying he gonna bring
Why
a Super
Jameis look?
Bowl.
Jameis look
He's
funny as hell with that damn helmet.
Yeah, he got a
guess what he said?
stupid
That
helmet.
man went publicly said
But I
he
tell you what, the
he
helmet
desires
probably
to win a
protect him
Super
really
Bowl
good.
for the New York Giants.
Why the hell are you wearing
Stop.
2 gloves? I
I'm
don't know what quarterbacks will wear gloves. I would never wear no gloves.
Here you go again.
Get him.
dying.
I like the Detroit Lions helmet. They got that dark blue. That's
Literally.
something pretty.
Y'all know what's crazy about Jameis? Jameis went and
It's pretty,
publicly
huh?
said. Y'all know what's crazy? Jameis went
That's
and
got a
publicly
pretty blue
said.
too.
Jameis had publicly said about he desired to bring a Super Bowl to the New York Giants. I
All
said,
right, y'all.
"Oh, I'm
Look,
dead."
the
Dead.
Saints are on
That ain't
now.
never happened.
The
That's
Saints are
not Phil
on now.
Jackson,
So
I said
dog.
the same thing.
I gotta let y'all go, man. The Saints are
Jameis
on the
Winston.
TV, man. So Who that on 3?
Fried
1,
pigeon.
2,
Fried
Look
pigeon.
at
Hey,
that.
we need to try
yeah!
fried pigeon.